Okay, welcome back to another video at Papa Camp. If you've been here before and you're subscribed, thank you very much for coming back. And if you're new here, thanks for stopping by and I hope you stick around. Hey, what this video is about, it's about some of the gear I own. It's not all the gear I own. This gear here transitions through the three different styles that I do of camping. So I car camp, backcountry camp, and I also do bike packing now. So that being said, you're not going to see reviews. I'm not going to get into any type of detail about the gear here. I'm just going to simply go through everything here as a startup. And if that's something that you want to learn about, if you're a beginner or whatever, then stick around because this video is for you. Okay, so the reason why I pick some of this gear is for versatility, so I can transition through different types of trip styles, or camping styles, I should say. And simplicity of the stuff here, how it sets up like a tent, or some of the gear here that I use that just, it's easy to use. I don't have to mess around with it too much. And comfort. You know, I want to be comfortable and be protected from bugs and whatnot. So all that stuff you should have in your system if you're going to go camping or whatever. In the backcountry, bugs are horrendous, especially at a certain time of the year. A lot of folks now go down in the fall, but then that's a different style of gear. You need warmer stuff. Well, the first thing we're going to go over is shelter. The shelter is your car camping shelter, your backcountry shelter, and how I decide what comes with me. So here's my tent. I use a tent that this actually transitions through the car camping as well as the backcountry and bike packing. It fits in all scenarios. Unless if I'm car camping, I'm bringing somebody, like if my gal's coming along, she doesn't really camp that often. This is more solo stuff, by the way. I might bring a bigger tent that I don't have here. We're not going to get into that. You'll see that in videos, or maybe I'll do a review on it. I don't know. But for now, this is a tent that I use that transitions through all of those systems. I also bring a tarp that helps keep the rain off, keeps your gear dry. And also during the summer months, I bring this woods bug net. I set this up under the tarp. It's got like a little hoop there that hooks with a carabiner, and I can slide it in and out depending on the conditions. And basically, I don't have much thought. Okay, we're going car camping. Here's my tent. All the stuff I need, away I go. Or backcountry. So next up, we're going to talk about the sleep system. So during the summer months, I like to pack a non sleeping bag method. So what I do is I use basically a blanket. You could think of it as like a sleeping bag if you opened it up and sliced it down the middle. And there's no zipper or whatever, and you just put it over top of you like a blanket. That being said, I also have to have a mat underneath, which this is what I use. And then on top of that is my air mattress, plain and simple. And I put a yoga towel as a sheet over top of that. And then this covers me up to keep me warm if necessary, or it keeps me cooler in the summer months. If I do some fall stuff, which I'm thinking I might, I don't know yet, maybe not this year, but I have a sleeping bag for them. Obviously, when you're out there, sleep matters. You want to be sleeping and getting good rest, especially if you're portaging in a backcountry situation. Plus, bike packing, you're pedaling from destination to destination, lugging that gear around. Car camping's a little more relaxed, so you're probably sleeping all day, taking naps in your hammock, etc. So that's something to keep in mind. So, comfort versus weight logic. Well, for me, I have two tents that I can carry in the backcountry and car camping and bike packing. This one's a 3-man because it gives me more room. more space, but I also have a one-man tent that's a little bit lighter. I'll use that on occasion, or I'll use this. It depends on how it is. I may even transition out of this bag and go just to that, because I'm thinking of upgrading this tarp here to something bigger. We don't know that yet. Just some thoughts. We may upgrade some of this stuff too. It's an evolving system. I got one main cooking approach. Since I do most of my camping solo, I'm not a chef by any means. You'll see other people cooking up a storm on the campsite. This is realistic. I don't do that. I rely mainly in a solo situation on dehydrated food. I may bring stuff car camping because I'm in close to town. I can go buy things, and then I might get into eggs or bacon or stuff like that. But for the most part, I do one system. I just mainly need to boil water, and that's it. So I don't have to worry about too much. I might have oatmeal with me too on the trip, so that takes a little bit different gear, but for the most part, this is my stove. This is my kit. There's a kettle in here and a pot for the oatmeal. And this is the fuel. This sits on here. It's got a nice wide base. Boom. You're cooking. You're boiling water, etc. That's about it for my cooking. I don't worry about that. Even car camping one time, I ordered pizza in Wheatley from Domino's. So that's just for really backcountry, but it does. I'll make coffee in the morning car camping, but I also have a 2-burner stove for car camping. So we can fry stuff up. If the gal comes along, we'll bring that. But I don't bring that with me on a solo trip. Hey, packing. This bad boy right back here is our canoe pack. So I don't bring this car camping. It's a big one. It's 115 liters. So this is like for long trips. Again, you may have seen from my introduction video, stuff got in the way. I had a big trip planned last year. Didn't work, but this here I could probably pack up for a 10 or a 14 or longer trip. In here, and all my gear fits in here. Tent, everything, food, you name it. Bike packing, I carry panniers on a rack on the back of the bike, and there's a bag on the front, and I got a little frame bag, but that gear goes in there. This same gear all fits in that. Or I have to tie things down to the bike differently, and that's how that packing gets done. Car camping, far more convenient. I put everything in a tote, storage container. All that goes in there. Off you go. You pick your stuff up, and away you go. Okay, now we're on to the filming gear that I bring. Obviously a phone. This here does all sorts of stuff, takes pictures, whatever, and navigates me. You can use the Google Maps in airplane mode to say battery. That's pretty good. GoPro. Also a GoPro that I'm recording on right now. One's an 8, one's a 9. Also this year, this is a new addition. A nice little drone. So you're going to see some drone shots this year. I'm going to test this guy out. And you got to charge all this stuff up. So I bring a battery bank. So far, these have been working out. But again, I got 2 of these. And I got enough power here once they're charged to take care of GoPros, my phone, lights that need charging. Like I got a flashlight, and these here do it all. I don't let all that stuff get in the way. I set it up, take the shots, and away we go. What's not shown here, you don't see my dry bags. You don't see a lot of other stuff, the bags for the bike packing. Well, some gear I'm going to probably transition to dropping off, like my chair. That's one of the comfort things, but so far, I don't think it's really necessary for myself to have a chair. Some other people might want that comfort, maybe on a longer trip. And I've wanted to keep it on some trips, and glad that I brought it on some trips, but I don't think it's necessary because a lot of the places I go have benches and stuff cut up to sit on, and all I need is like really a pad or something. Like I could probably use this thing here or one of those gardening kneeling pads, which I've done in the first trip. So we'll just not take it, or maybe take it, and maybe I'll take the smaller tent. So I got a bit of a gear that I can navigate through, but for the most part, this is everything I do. I'm having a coffee, sorry. This is my current baseline of gear. I might transition in and out of stuff here. I might switch to the one-man tent permanently and just go lighter because of trips and stuff like that, just to lighten up the load, and maybe just do this for car camping when I'm on my solo trips. I'm going to definitely upgrade this tarp. This one won't be coming with me anymore. I'm getting something a little bit bigger. And in the future, I'm going to go through all this gear, detailed information, what the costs are about, some budget gear. So that'll come in the future. You'll learn more about all this product, and I've definitely used this stuff out in the field. So we have some experience with it. So if you like this content, maybe if you want me to review some of these products, definitely leave that in the comments. And I appreciate you for stopping by, and definitely come on back. We're going to have a great year this year, so you're going to see a lot of content, and we'll just leave it at that. Thank you again. If you've subscribed, thank you. If not, come on, hit that subscribe button, smash that notifications, and share the heck out of this, all right? Papa Camp out.